Hello there guys, James here. Welcome to the last video of 2021. I will see you in 2022 in the next video. So wish you all a happy new year and a successful year ahead. Coming to the ROM, this is the OxygenOS NG GYU build. It's based on Android 11 and it is ported from OnePlus 7 Beta 2. It also comes with the newer no name for OxygenOS 2.0 kernel, and I'll be sharing my usage experience of daily driving it after 4 to 5 days now. Since I came from an Android 12 ROM to this ROM, I'll be sharing my experience of that switching to Android 11. I've already made a video on the previous version of this ROM, so I will not be going through every single thing in this. I will just be going through the updates and what I feel has changed about this ROM. So let's start off with what I like. The first and the major thing of OxygenOS ROMs, the Wolfgang ports, was the lack of an IR face unlock in the recent ports, but this ROM adds it. Yes, there is IR face unlock, and let me try unlocking now. It is pretty fast. Please notice the unlock icon. The IR face unlock works very good. It is very consistent, and the overall speed of the IR face unlock is very consistent across every situation, be it day or night, even pitch black, it unlocks really fast. So yeah, the inclusion of face unlock is a very nice quality of life update for this ROM. The next thing is the McLaren theme that they've included for this ROM. So you have to flash it as a Magisk module, and after flashing you can change it from the customization and theme section. So flashing the McLaren theme gives you the McLaren accent, that is the first thing. You have your ambient display with the McLaren accent, that is also there. Your horizon light. So I really like the McLaren theme. There are also some subtle touches that I really like about the McLaren theme. I don't know if it's showing up on camera, but it's probably not. There is some carbon fiber like background over there behind the quick settings panel. It's very subtle, and it's these subtle touches that are really nice in the McLaren theme. The ambient clocks also looks very nice. I'll try to show it to you now. I really like that clock. I was really so eager to flash the McLaren theme that I forgot to test SafetyNet without root. Because the McLaren theme is a Magisk module, I really forgot to test it out, so sorry guys. Apart from that, there are no major visual changes, there are no major usability changes. You have your Dolby Atmos. Now this, I really like this Dolby Atmos, but sometimes it does tend to reset its profile. Even if I set it in movie mode after I relaunch it, after a while it tends to be in the dynamic mode. So that is also something, but it's not something majorly annoying or anything. And yeah, like I said, there are no major apparent changes. A lot of changes has gone under the hood. It is all there in the change log. And coming to the overall UI, it is very smooth. When you install it, you may feel it to be a little bit laggy, but once the ROM settles, it becomes very smooth, and it is very smooth now. App launches and every transition is really smooth. As I said, I came from Awaken OS. This ROM does not have that levels of smoothness. The general performance of the UI, the app performance, the gaming performance is also very good. It's really good across the board. So what is the point of installing Oxygen OS? What is the point of coming back an Android version when you have Android 12 ROMs rolling out now? Well, if you ask that, there are some things that you can't get in iOS ROMs, like this ROM is an OEM port, the different look. Since this is a OnePlus ROM, we all know what OnePlus stands for, or what it stood for. It is for speed and general quickness and the usability of the UI, and it shows here with the one-handed settings. The messages are also same. App opening speeds are also faster than the normal ones, so you can really OnePlus DNA in here. So yes, this ROM is a breath of fresh air from all the AOSP ROMs, and that is the point of installing ROMs. You also have some features like the game mode, which has the rewind recording feature and all that. The game mode is really neat in this. You also have the McLaren accent here. And yeah, overall, it is features like this that makes OEM ROM ports worthwhile to use. So those are the things that I like about this ROM. Now let me share what I'm not a fan of. The first thing and the major thing, it is almost like the only thing that I'm not a fan of in this ROM, is the battery life. I have been getting consistently bad battery life in this ROM. I've been getting screen times of 4 to 5 hours even during casual usage. So I'm not sure why that is happening. Now you will notice that I have two SIMs, both I think are on 4G networks. I'm also running hotspot. So today is an intense day, but when I began the testing, I used to use only a single SIM. But even then, the battery life was not at all good in this ROM. I'm not sure what is happening here. So if battery life is what you are after, I don't think this ROM is going to suit you. But other parameters, everything across the board is very neat, like the general performance, app performance, and the gaming. Everything is nice except for the battery life. Another thing that I found, this is not really what I'm not a fan of in this ROM. This is just what I'm talking about. This is something general. So I've came back from Android 12 to Android 11. This ROM is based on Android 11, and yes, I have noticed a few changes. Google has added a lot of app animation, and every transition there is some subtle changes in the Android 12 ones compared to the Android 11 animations. So all that combined makes using Android 12 feels like a natural experience. You know, the UI flows naturally. The end of list animation is really subtle, where the list stretches out. It flows in a natural way. So yes, when using this ROM, we can feel that Android 12 is moving in the right direction when it comes to the UI bit. Although I do miss the more toggles here, only 4 will be shown in Android 12. There are 2 extra toggles which are always welcome. I miss that. But apart from that, I really think that Android is moving in the right direction with Android 12. The one-handed reachability gesture in Android 12 is also very nice to use. But like I said, there are some things that come with using an OEM port. There is a certain level of polish and certain features that you get. Considering that, yes, this ROM is worthwhile to use. But if you really want battery life as a priority, I'm not sure whether this ROM will suit you. Apart from that, if you really want performance or app or game performance, this ROM is really good. Would I daily drive this ROM? In its current state, I'm not sure because of the battery life, and the only reason being the battery life. Apart from that, if the battery life was not an issue, then certainly yes, I would daily drive this ROM. I'm a person who demands a lot from my phone. I use my phone very intensely, so yes, battery life matters for me. So yeah, this has been my usage experience of Oxygen OS NGGYU iterative update, the December update 2021 for the Poco F1. Once again, Happy New Year guys, and see you guys in the next one.